I Want Answers is presented by the Grand River Dam Authority. Additional funding provided by the Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation, RCB Bank, Rogers State University, and by viewers like you.
The Morris Eagles and the Riverfield Ravens are here for the Season 10 championship of I Want Answers. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our 10th season of Oklahoma's favorite academic game show, I Want Answers, presented by GRDA. I'm your host, Anna Berry, and I'm excited to be back with you again this year. Now, you may notice we've made a few changes due to the pandemic. So in order to maintain social distancing, only 2 of the 4 players will be competing at a time. They will be rotating between rounds. Our contestants will be wearing masks, and we are following all the cleaning and safety protocols behind the scenes to make sure we keep everyone safe. Tonight's teams are the Morris Eagles and the Riverfield Ravens. These teams are competing for $12,000 in scholarship money that will be awarded tonight. Each member of tonight's winning team will receive $2,000 in scholarship money, and each member of the second place team receives $1,000 in scholarship money. Let's start off by meeting the first 2 players from Morris. All right, Morris, we've got our team captain, Canton Pickle, welcome. And we've got Madison Melton. All right, Morris, you guys ready? Okay, let's meet our first 2 players from Riverfield. We've got our team captain, Nathan Brubaker, welcome. And we've got Tucker Beach. Okay, you guys ready, Riverfield? Okay, teams, you excited? You're ready? You're prepared? Audience, you excited? You're ready? Now, I know you guys want some good questions, but this show is about what I want. What do I want?
Answers.
I want answers. We begin our competition tonight with the speed round.
First up, the speed round. The speed round consists of individual answer questions worth 10 points each. The first team member to buzz in gets to answer. No conferring between team members is allowed in this round.
Let's begin. What was the largest empire in pre-Columbian America which arose from the highlands? Riverfield?
Incan.
Yes. In this Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, a disfigured mask-wearing man falls, Morris?
Phantom of the Opera?
Yes. In Ohm's law, this is symbolized by a capital letter I and is the rate of electric charge flow measured in amperes. Riverfield?
Current.
Yes. All veterans may choose to be buried in this cemetery in Virginia, where you also find the tomb, Riverfield.
Arlington.
Yes. This V word is a weather event with cyclonic winds. In the winter, it is preceded by the word polar. Riverfield?
Vortex?
Yes. The infighting in President Jackson's official cabinet made it ineffectual, so he relied on this group of friends instead, although, Morris?
Kitchen cabinet?
Yes. This abstract expressionist dripped paint across a canvas. Morris?
Pollock?
Yes. One of every 4 animals on Earth is a part of this group of insects, which include fireflies and ladybugs. Morris?
Optera?
No. Riverfield?
Beatles.
Beatles is correct, yes. All right, we got a video question from RSU Radio.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm with RSU Radio. Including a stop in Tulsa at the Admiral Twin Theater, who was the first musician to do a drive-in theater tour in the U.S.?
Morris?
Chaplin?
No. The answer is Mark Riviette. They were members of the powerful and elite military class in feudal Japan who lived by a code of honor known as Bushido. Morris?
Samurai?
Yes. Primarily using acoustic instruments like the banjo and fiddle and often characterized by fast finger picking, this American roots music is associated with Morris?
Bluegrass?
Yes. Each year, thousands of people visit Pennsylvania at the beginning of February to see if winter will last. Who are they asking? Riverfield?
The groundhog?
Yes. According to Newton's second law of motion, unbalanced forces acting on an object will cause it to do this. Riverfield?
Move?
No. Morris?
Accelerate.
Accelerate? Yes. First used in 1914, this 48-mile-long man-made waterway links the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Riverfield?
Panama Canal?
Yes. Prokofiev composed the music and narration for this work. Morris?
Peter and the Wolf.
Yes. She was a poet, storyteller, civil rights activist, and autobiographer whose most famous work was her memoir, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. Riverfield?
Angelou?
Yes. In mythology, the giant wooden object was left as a gift by the Greeks, but it actually contained, Riverfield?
The Trojan horse?
Yes. Cannonball architecture is unique to Oklahoma, starting in 1911 at Fort Sill. Instead of using cannonballs, however, what type of river stones are used for these buildings? Riverfield?
Pebbles.
No. Morris?
Smooth stone.
No, it's cobblestone. Video question from GRDA.
Hi, I'm Justin Alberti with the Grand River Dam Authority. Only 2 nuclear power plant disasters have been classified as level 7 on the International Nuclear Event Scale. One was the Fukushima disaster in 2011. Name the Ukrainian city in which the other one occurred in 1986.
Riverfield?
Chernobyl?
Yes. Which 15th century wars were fought between the houses of York and Lancaster? Morris?
War of the Roses.
Yes. Which Oklahoma humorist and commentator once said, even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there? Will Rogers. I know, we got to know that one here. Okay, in the Himalaya Mountains, you will find 9 of the 10 highest peaks in the world. This includes Mount Everest, and this one known by a letter and number combination. Riverfield?
K2?
Yes. Very different spellings, but same pronunciation for this word, which refers to either the ability to stay calm under difficult circumstances or the clients of a doctor. Morris?
Patient.
Yes. When ingenious rock is formed from solidifying magma, some of the rocks form structures whose molecules are arranged in an orderly pattern. By what name are these structures known? Riverfield?
Crystals?
Yes. In which 1851 novel by Melville does Captain Ahab go on, Morris?
Moby Dick.
Yes. Juliette Gordon Low founded which youth organization for young ladies to earn badges for acquiring practical skills? Riverfield?
Girl Scouts.
Yes. Which German monk penned a document attacking the Catholic Church? Morris?
Martin Luther.
Yes. At 19 times the height of Niagara Falls, which waterfall in Venezuela is the tallest in the world? Morris?
Angel Falls.
Yes. Which disease, also known as hydrophobia, is most often transmitted to humans through the bite of infected dogs, although all other mammal bites can also cause it? Riverfield?
Rabies.
Yes. All right, and that bell means the time's up for the speed round. The score stands at 140 Riverfield, 120 Morris. Very close. Round 2 is coming up. We'll be right back.
Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation is a proud sponsor of I Want Answers on RSU Public TV. Throughout his life, Gerald Westby worked hard to add to the quality of life through his legacy of support for the arts, arts education, and culture. The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation continues this work.
Welcome back to I Want Answers, presented by GRDA. Let's meet our new player from Riverfield. We have Caden Kesselring. Welcome. And then with Morris, we have Aaron Howell. All right, teams, you guys ready for the second round? Because the advantage round is coming your way next.
Next up, the advantage round. In this round, the teams face off by first attempting to answer a speed question. The team that answers correctly receives 10 points and the opportunity to answer 3 advantage questions worth 10 points each. After the 3 advantage questions, it's back to speed questions to determine who gets the next advantage. The speed questions can be answered by anyone, but the answers for the advantage questions must come from the team captain.
All right, are we ready? Here's your first speed question. Sfumato is an art technique which blends colors next to each other to soften edges and was used by which painter of the Mona Lisa? Morris?
Van Gogh.
Excuse me?
Van Gogh.
Nope. Riverfield?
Da Vinci.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield. Business tycoons. In which business did J.P. Morgan make his fortune?
Banking.
Yes. Andrew Carnegie's fortune was made selling this commodity, enough to fund a university in Pittsburgh.
Steel.
Yes. Cornelius Vanderbilt had this mode of transportation built, forever changing how products and people cross the country.
Railroads.
Yes. Back to speed. What type of plates meet in Earth's subduction zone to have one bend and slide underneath the other? Morris?
Tectonic plates.
Yes. Advantage for Morris. Cooking terms. Cooking food in a shallow pan over high heat and shaking the pan to have the food jump up and down in the heat.
Searing.
No, it's sauté. When you heat sugar or sugar-containing foods until it browns, a cooking term applies that sounds like it should be the gooey substance inside some chocolate bars. What term?
Caramelization.
Yes. Keeping meat moist during cooking by pouring its own juices or some type of preparation such as a sauce or marinade on it is called what?
Marinating.
No, it's basting. All right, back to speed. In 1930, which man led a 241-mile march across India to the Arabian Sea to protest? Riverfield?
Gandhi.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield. Parts of the human eye. What do we call the circular opening in the center of the eye that takes in light?
Pupil.
Yes. This is the transparent outer coating of the eye that becomes clouded with cataracts and is replaced.
Corona.
No, it's cornea. What is the light-sensing membrane at the back of the eye that creates impulses that travel through the optic nerve to the brain?
Retina.
Yes. Back to speed, and it's a math question. How many square miles are there in a parcel of land containing 36 lots of 640 acres each? The correct answer is 36 square miles. Okay, back to speed. Quote, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement, unquote, is a quote from this woman who became the first deaf-blind person to earn a college degree. Morris?
Helen Keller.
Yes. Advantage for Morris. State capitals. Name the capital of Ohio.
Columbus.
Yes. What is the capital of Nevada?
Carson City.
Yes. Please state the capital of California.
Sacramento.
Yes. Back to speed. The Bayer Corporation modified the acetylsalicylic acid found in willow tree bark to produce which pain reliever? Riverfield?
Aspirin.
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield. Presidential assassins. Which president was assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald?
Kennedy.
Yes. Who was assassinated by Charles Guiteau? The answer is James Garfield. Leon Zalgaz killed which president?
McKinley?
Yes. Back to speed. In 1960, Brasilia replaced which more famous Brazilian city as the nation's capital? Riverfield?
Rio de Janeiro?
Yes, advantage for Riverfield. Cloud types. Which puffy clouds look like pieces of cotton?
Cumulus?
Yes. Which type of clouds look like a gray blanket hanging low in the sky and signal rain or snow?
Cirrus?
No, it's stratus. These high-altitude clouds often appear thin and wispy.
Cirrus.
Yes. Back to speed. Which black basalt slab discovered in 1799 became the key to translating ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics? Morris?
Rosetta Stone.
Yes, advantage for Morris. Literary places. In L. Frank Baum's 1900 novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, this city can be found at the end of the Yellow Brick Road.
Emerald City.
Yes. In James Hinton's 1933 novel, Lost Horizon, the place of forever youth called Shangri-La is found in the high mountains of this Asian nation.
Nepal.
Nope, it's Tibet. Coleridge wrote about the beauty of Xanadu in a poem about this grandson of Genghis Khan. It's Kubla Khan. All right, back to speed. Known for its intelligence, this type of bird is the title character in a famous 1845 poem by Edgar Allan Poe. Riverfield?
Raven?
Yes, advantage for Riverfield. Famous ships. It was the lead ship in Columbus's first expedition and ran aground off Haiti in 1492.
Santa Maria?
Yes. In 1915, during World War I, this British ocean liner was torpedoed by a German submarine and sank in 18 minutes, causing a major outcry.
Lusitania?
Yes. This ship brought settlers to the New World led by Captain William Brewster 200 years after Columbus's first voyage.
Mayflower?
Yes. All right, math question. On a quiz show, each question is worth 4 times as much as the previous question. If the 5th question is worth $6,400, how much was the first question worth? Morris?
400.
No? Riverfield?
200?
No. The correct answer is 25. Who authorized and paid for the first English version of the Bible so that his name is still on that version? Riverfield?
King James?
Yes. Advantage for Riverfield. Women leaders. Which woman was the last true pharaoh of ancient Egypt and co-regent with her brothers and then her son for nearly 30 years?
Cleopatra?
Yes. This woman was India's prime minister from 1966 to 1977 and again from 1980 until her assassination in 1984.
Indira Gandhi?
Yes. During her 34-year reign, Russia expanded its territories and she strongly supported the modernization and westernization of Russia.
Catherine the Great?
Yes. That's all the time we have for our advantage round. Let's check out our scores. We got Riverfield at 350, Morris at 200. We've got one more round coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
At RCB Bank, you are not just a number. You are our neighbor, friend, coworker, PTA partner, business owner down the street, and so much more. We value our relationship with you. We are here to serve you at any of our locations or online at rcbbank.com. With over 50 locations across Oklahoma and Kansas, we're everywhere you need us to be. RCB Bank is your hometown community bank, interested in your financial well-being. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
I love coming into the lab every day. My job is to screen evidence for DNA analysis. When I started at Rogers State University, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But after I took my first chemistry class, I realized that I wanted to be in the lab. It does feel good to go to school and to find a direction and then wind up doing something that I enjoy. Not everyone can say that. It all started for me at Rogers State University.
Welcome back to I Want Answers, presented by GRDA. Let's meet our new players from Riverfield. We've got Kala Andrews, welcome. And from Morris, we've got AJ Merrill, welcome. You guys ready? Oh yeah, because the whirlwind round is coming right up.
Next up, it's the whirlwind round. In this round, the trailing team gets to pick from one of 3 categories, and they get to choose whether they wish to answer the category's questions themselves or force the other team to answer them. The team will have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Then, the other team gets their turn at one of 3 remaining categories. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. If any team correctly answers all 10 of their questions, they will receive 10 bonus points.
All right, so Morris is trailing right now. Your categories are chemical compounds, recent winners, or opera info you may know.
Recent winners.
Recent winners. Is this for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, recent winners. Tell us who won these awards or championships in 2019 or 2020. World Series of 2019.
Germany.
No. Give either the movie title or the language of the Academy Award Best Picture of 2020.
Korean.
Yes. The NBA title of 2019.
The Lakers.
No. NCAA football national title 2019.
Seahawks.
No. This young Swedish environmentalist was the Time Magazine Person of the Year for 2019.
Greta Thunberg.
Yes. Winners of the 2020 Super Bowl.
Patriots.
No. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed won the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize for ending his country's long conflict with which neighbor nation?
Zimbabwe.
No. The 2019 Stanley Cup.
Pass.
The 2020 Grammy-winning Best New Artist went to this woman. Okay, good try. Now we've got Riverfield. You can pick chemical compounds, opera info you may know, or 13 original states.
13 original states.
Okay, 13 original states. Here we go. Name the state. Which lies immediately south of the Mason-Dixon line?
South Carolina.
No. Which one has the largest population?
Florida.
No. Which one contains the Outer Banks?
North Carolina.
Yes. Which one has the first oil well established in Titusville?
Pass.
This is a state whose capital is 50 miles southwest of Boston, Massachusetts.
Connecticut.
Nope. The Appalachian Trail starts in Maine and ends in this southern state.
Georgia.
Yes. This state threatened to secede from the Union early because of high tariffs during the Jackson administration.
South Carolina.
Yes. New Hampshire has a short seacoast, but which bordering state has no seacoast at all?
Vermont.
Yes. Most of present-day Kentucky was once part of what other state?
Virginia.
Yes. Woo, good job. All right, after 3 rounds, the score stands currently at 400 Riverfield and 220 Morris. Let's go back to a few more speed questions to wrap up this game. All right, speed. In 1979, this petite woman from Europe won the Nobel Peace Prize for her work among the poor and outcast in India. Riverfield?
Mother Teresa.
Yes. Fred knew the salesman wasn't selling him a real ruby because the ring was blue. What color should it have been? Riverfield?
Red.
Yes. Edward Jenner saved innumerable lives by developing the first vaccine. Using a weakened cowpox, he was able to give immunity to this much deadlier disease. Which one?
Smallpox.
Riverfield. Yes, smallpox. Who was the winged goddess of victory in Greek mythology? Riverfield?
Nike.
Yes, please wait till I call you.
Sorry.
Virtual reality is also known as immersive multimedia and makes the user feel like they are there. What other type of reality, abbreviated as AR, Riverfield?
Augmented reality.
Yes. Vivaldi wrote this group of 4 violin concerti. Riverfield?
Seasons.
No. Morris?
The Four Seasons.
The Four Seasons is correct. In 79 AD, which stratovolcano erupted in Riverfield?
Vesuvius.
Yes. In volleyball, what term is used for the skill used when a defender prevents a ball that is close to the floor from touching the ground? Morris?
Save.
No. Riverfield?
Bump?
No. The answer is dig or digging. Which Soviet Union mission, launched on October 4th, 1957, became the first artificial satellite? Riverfield?
Sputnik.
Yes. Alchemy was a precursor to modern chemistry, but was focused on finding the philosopher's stone so they could extend life and turn cheap metals into what element? Riverfield?
Gold.
Yes. Named after a drug, the first of these wars arose from China's attempts to stop Riverfield?
Opium Wars?
Yes. At 125,567 miles, this country has the world's longest coastline, even though it is the second in area. Riverfield?
Canada.
Yes. In 1876, he charged with his 7th Cavalry into battle at the mouth of the Riverfield?
Custer?
Yes. It's okay. Oklahoma started as a dry state long before the national 18th Amendment. They also kept it 2 decades past the U.S. end of it with the 21st Amendment. What was this era, Riverfield?
Prohibition?
Yes. In 1962, which painter created 32 hand-painted images of Campbell's soup cans, each representing Riverfield?
Andy. I don't remember the last name.
Morris?
Warhol.
Judges, yes. Okay, you got right on in. Okay, that is correct. Of Earth's 5 major types of biomes, this biome is the coldest and is almost entirely, Morris?
Tundra.
Yes. All right, that bell concludes tonight's competition. The final score stands at 520 Riverfield and 250 Morris. That means that Riverfield is our winner tonight. Woo! That concludes season 10 of I Want Answers. We want to thank all our sponsors for making the show and scholarships possible. Also, a big thanks to all of our RSU Public TV staff and our student production crew who have worked so hard all season to put the show together each week. And of course, thank you teams for playing, and thank you, audience, for joining us as we showcase the knowledge of our local Green Country High School academic teams. Be sure to follow I Want Answers on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, you can always catch up on past episodes anytime at rsu.tv. We'll see you next season for more exciting competitions on I Want Answers.
I Want Answers is presented by the Grand River Dam Authority. Additional funding provided by the Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation, RCB Bank, Rogers State University, and by viewers like you.